Ladies and gentlemen, the regular session of the Sangguniang Panlungsod is about to commence. Everyone, please rise.
As the elected city vice mayor and the presiding officer, this 18th regular session is now called to order. Roll call, please.
The members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, Honorable Michael Gerard T. Morada, Honorable Galileo P. Angeles, Honorable Jennifer Spy-T. Toledo, Honorable Oscar M. Gozos II, Honorable Rio Fer Nicole H. Ronquillo, Honorable Venice D. Manalo, Honorable Miguel P. Lina III, Honorable Merlo P. Silva, Honorable Avior R. Rocafort, Honorable Ralph Peter S. Umali, Honorable Aris D. Macala, Honorable Percival V. Lojo, Honorable Windy P. Lat, Honorable Angela Antoinette B. Bautista, and the presiding officer, Honorable City Vice Mayor Camille Angeline M. Lopez.
Do you have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
May I request the Honorable Spy Toledo for the leading of the invocation, the sing of the national anthem.
Lagay po natin ang ating sarili sa presensya ng Panginoon. In the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty Father, thank you for keeping us alive and well. Father, today we offer our whole being to you. Take, inspire, and guide our thoughts, feelings, words, desires, and point of view in life. Father, we know that we owe everything to you for whatever we are today. Please continue to lead and mold our life according to your divine. Also, please help us to continue in our journey in this life. Help us to achieve our goals and bless us so that we will see that life here on earth is worth living and worth having. Likewise, please continue to empower us with a deeper faith and love for you. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Lagay po natin ang ating kanang kamay sa kaliwang bahagi ng ating dibdib at sabay-sabay po nating awitin ang pambansang awit.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good morning, everyone. Privilege. Honorable Manalo, you are recognized.
Good morning po, Madam Chair, at sa akin pong mga kasamahan na konsihal. Meron po akong kuhang video dito. Ito po ay kahapon, May 21, alas 5:30 po ng hapon. Paki-play naman po ng video. Marami po yan eh, pasensya na po. Yes po. May ikot po. Ayan po. So, kung makikita nyo po sa video, ayan. Yan po ay along Ayala, katapat po ng Big Ben sa may Red Ribbon Jollibee. Papunta po yan dun sa Jet Hotel and anyway po, hindi na po bago sa atin ang traffic. Pumunta man po tayo sa ibang lugar tulad ng Maynila, Makati, BGC, hindi po natin maiiwasan ito. Siguro nga po ay tanda po ito na ang isang lungsod o ang isang bayan ay umuunlad sa pagdami at pagdagsa ng tao sa ating lungsod. Ngunit ang hindi po katanggap-tanggap, ilang beses na po natin itong napagtatalakayan dito sa session hall, ay mayroon pa rin po talagang matitigas ang ulo at dumadagdag pa sa trapiko. Kamakailan lamang po ay nagpasa po tayo ng ordinance, yung pong ating clamping, at saludo po ako sa ating SIPOS, lalo't higit po sa chairman ng ating traffic, Consel Avior, sa paggawa... Ba? Yes po. Anyway po, kung makikita nyo po sa video, ginawa na pong tambayan, paradahan, ang halos isang linya po na sana ay nadadaanan pa po o nadadaluyan ng mga sasakyan. Meron po akong kuha diyan ng isang video ng isang van na nakatambay po sa gilid ng Red Ribbon at nagbebenta po ng hopya. Meron din naman pong iba, kahit nabigyan na ho sila ng warning, mawawala ng ilang araw, babalik na po ulit. Kaya sana po, alam ko pong ito ay ilang ulit na pong napapag-usapan at ginagawa naman po ng paraan ito ng ating committee chairman. Sana naman po ay panawagan din sa ating mga kababayan na sana po ay matuto rin po tayong sumunod sa ating mga ordinansa at mga resolusyon na ipinapasa po dito. Yun lamang po, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Manalo. Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Traffic. Privilege, comments? Privilege po ba yan? Honorable Silva, you are recognized.
Magandang umaga po, Madam Chair, sa ating mga samahan. Madam Chair, nakakalungkot ho na meron ho tayong naglilingkod sa ating sa simbahan na sumakabilahang buhay. At ito ho ay malaki ho na itulong nito, lalo na sa marami nating kababayan na membro po ng Pentecostal Missionary Church of Christ, Fort Watts. Ang akin yung tinutukoy ay si Apostol, hindi ho Kibuloy, Apostol Arsenio Periol, Madam Chair. Siguro it's about time na tayo naman ho, marami ho sa atin ang natulungan din ho ng nasabi hong religious sect at siguro ito na rin ho ay tamang panahon para maipadama ho natin na tayo ho ay nakikidalamhati sa pagpano ho ng kanilang Chief Executive Minister Arsenio T. Periol, Madam Chair. Kaya ho, may reference tamang komitiba at tayo makapagawa ng isang resolution ng pakikipagdalamhati sa miyembro ng Fort Watts, Pentecostal Missionary Church of Christ, Fort Watts, at sa pamilya ho ni Pastor Arsenio T. Periol, Madam Chair.
Good government na lang. Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on
Siguro, Committee on
Good Government na lang.
Paaprobahan ko na. Madam Chair, in this regard, I move that this matter be considered as urgent.
Seconded by Honorable Gozos, Manalo, Loho, Ronquillo. For urgency pa lang po duly seconded. Discussion, objection, hearing none. The motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I move that we pass a resolution extending our deepest sympathy and condolence to the family and members, family of Apostol Arsenio T. Periol and the members of the Pentecostal Missionary Church of Christ, Fort Watts, for third and final reading. For final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Ronquillo, Gozos, Angeles, Lina, Morada, Loho, Rocafort, seconded by Honorables Bautista, Toledo, Manalo, Umali. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, sasamantalahin ko na rin ang pagkakataon na nabalitaan ho natin na isa nating kasama dito sa paglilingkod ay pumanaw po sa katauhan ho ng dating kapitan ng Barangay Kumba, Barangay Captain Kirubin Makalintal. Ang apelyido? Paulino Kirubin.
Former agency.
Former ABC ng City of Lipa. So, Madam Chair, this regard, I move that this matter be considered as urgent also, and I manifest for the passage of a
Duly seconded for urgency. Discussion. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
I move for the passage of a resolution extending our sympathy to the family of our former ABC President Paulino Kirubin for final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Loho, Manalo, Morada, Lina, Gozos, Ronquillo, Angeles, seconded by Honorable Umali, Bautista, Toledo. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading. Privilege. Honorable Toledo, you are recognized.
Ground pa ako. Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, habang tayo po ay nag-iisip ng mga pwede pong aktibidades para po sa darating na Hunyo, para po sa pagdiriwang ng LGBT month or Pride month po. Bilang chairperson po, Madam Chair, nakita po natin yung isa pong ordinansa ng Quezon City Government patungkol po sa pagbibigay ng karapatan sa mga LGBTQIA+ couples na magdesisyon tungkol sa pagpapagamot ng kanilang partner sa pamamagitan po ng special power of attorney. Madam Chair, nais ko po sanang kunin ang ideya at pag-aralan sa komitiba kung maaari pong gawin din po ito sa lungsod ng Lipa, kahit po sa ospital ng Lipa or sa atin po mga Lipa System Hospital, Madam Chair. Yun lamang po, Madam Chair.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Health. Privilege. You are recognized, Honorable Silva.
Madam Chair, ito ay tungkol ho sa isang batas na ngayon ho ay pinagtatalunan at baka ho ito ho ay dalhin sa plenary sa Senado, sa Kongreso. Yun ang tungkol ho sa divorce bill na ngayon ho ay pinag-uusapan. Ito hinadala ko na dito sa Sangguniang. Gusto ko lang humalaman, ano ba ho ang stand ng Sangguniang, ano ang stand ng Lipa pagdating po doon sa divorce bill na pinagtatalakayan po sa Kongreso. Siguro ito na rin ang pagkakataon na malaman natin ano ba ang simpatya ng mga taga-lungsod na Lipa pagdating ho sa divorce bill? Ano ba ang opinion? At tayo bilang tayo ang tinig ng bayan, tayo ang tinig na mamayan ng lungsod na Lipa, it's about time na just to air out their sympathy through us by means of a resolution. Siguro, Madam Chair, hindi ko ho alam kung ano na ho ang status niyan. Siguro, dapat ho'y malaman din ho ng Kongreso na ito ang tinig ng mga Tagalipa pagdating ho doon sa pinag-uusapan nila na batas. Dahil, Madam Chair, it's about time to participate sa pamagitan ho ng paggagawa ng isang resolution. Upang sa ganun, Madam Chair, masabi man lamang ho ng Kongreso at malaman din ho ng ating mga kababayan na minsan tayo dito sa Sangguniang ay sinatinig natin ang kanilang mga boses sa Kongreso. Madam Chair, hindi yung tayo na lang, magbibigay na lang tayo ng opinion na hindi naman ho naririnig ang tinig ng ating mga kababayan sa Kongreso, Madam Chair. Kung saan ho ito naparepair at ano na ho ang status ho nito, Madam Chair.
Okay po, matter brought up
No,
is
no. It was referred to the committee.
on family. Yeah.
Ang gusto ko lang malaman.
Check lang po.
What happened?
Apo.
Yun. No. It
Kung
was referred
nakapag-committee
before,
hearing
oo.
na
I'm just asking the status of that subject matter.
it was referred
I
po to the
brought here
Committee
in
on
Sangguniang.
Family.
Sino yung chairman noon?
Honorable Manalo,
Ayun. Ikaw yung chairman.
you are recognized. Ay,
Ha? Kailan?
This was referred na po to the Committee on Women and Family, and magsaset po tayo ng committee hearing or public hearing including all the participants po ng bawat barangay. Ano po?
Sana po ay hindi
This
tayo
was
mahuli sa
yes.
desisyon ng
Alright.
Kongreso. Baka
Alright,
ho,
Dr. Merlo. May-
ako nakakatakot to, baka ho, maaprubahan yung divorce bill na hindi ho naririnig ang boses ng mga tagalipa.
This is noted, Consi.
thank you po. Any other privilege po? Okay, we now proceed with the reading of the minutes of the preceding session and approval of the same. Honorable Attorney Gale Angeles, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Thank you very much. I respectfully move to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the May 15, 2024 regular session and the approval of the same.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Silva, Loho, Umali, Lina. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Proposed ordinances and resolutions for second reading. Honorable Junjun Gosos, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I would like to request that we dispense the reading of Committee Report on Education 2024-003 and the same be approved for second reading.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Lina Umali Rocafort Silva. Ay. Okay. Seconded by Honorable Lina Umali Silva Loho. Discussion, Honorable Rocafort is recognized.
Madam Chair, may I know the present status of the Lipa Sports Academy?
Madam Chair, regarding po dun sa Lipa Sports Academy, right now po, ang kinikater lamang po ng Lipa Sports Academy ay grade 11 and grade 12 po ng senior high school. Ang students po right now, more or less po, ay nasa 60 to 70 students po ang existing nilang estudyante po ngayon.
Madam Chair, with the conversion to an integrated school, ano po yung mapapadagdag?
Madam Chair, kaya po sila nagre-request na maging integrated school para daw po makapag-start ng grade 7 ang ating pong LASCA. Ang contention po nila, kaya po nila gustong mag-start ng grade 7 kasi nga daw po ay kakaunti po ang nag-e-enroll ng grade 11 and grade 12 doon po sa atin sa LASCA. And kung mag-start daw po ng grade 7, doon daw po matetrain ng ayos yung mga bata na gusto pong mag-aral ng sports and arts doon po sa atin sa LASCA. Kasi po, ang contention din po ng committee hearing, kapag nag-start po ng grade 7, lalo po sa sports, mas matetrain ng ayos yung bata, mas gagaling din daw po yung bata regarding, mas gagaling po yung talent ng bata doon po sa sports na kanyang gustong, kung saan sports siya nag-excel. And pagdating po ng grade 11 and grade 12, ito rin daw po mga batang ito most likely po ang represent sa sports and arts para po i-represent ang lungsod ng Lipa.
Madam Chair, yun pong event center ng LASCA, operational po.
Alin nga sa taas? Opo, Madam Chair.
So, ang classroom po nila yung sa baba.
Nasa baba po.
So ilang classroom po meron tayo sa LASCA?
20 classrooms po.
Lahat po yun ay may puno o hindi?
Actually po, yung po ay more or less nasa 7 classrooms lang po yung ating ginagamit. Then the rest po ng classrooms ay ginagamit po ngayon ng KLL.
With the conversion to an integrated school, madadagdagan po kaya yung 7?
Actually, yun din po ang tanong ko nung nag-committee hearing. Sabi naman po nila sa akin, meron na daw po ngayong mga students na willing daw po mag-enroll sa grade 7 pag nag-open po ang next school year. Yung exact figure lang po kung ilan po yung mga batang mag-enroll, yun lamang po ang wala pa po kaming data kasi po ongoing pa po yung kanilang pagre-recruit, kung tama po yung term, para po dumami pa po yung enrollees. Pero ito po, most likely po ang mag-enroll po kasi, ang LASCA po ay nasa barangay Dagatan, pero yung property po, actually po ay nakapangalan po sa barangay Marawoy. So ang masasakop po ng LASCA ay from Marawoy, Dagatan, Talisay, Lumbang, and ito pong sasabang sa JB Lonto.
So sino po ang mamamahala ng LASCA? Ano po itatawag natin dito? LASCA Integrated School, Lumbang Integrated School, Dagatan, Marawoy, ano po ang
Bali, ano
itatawag
po?
natin dyan?
Ang nakalagay lang po ay Lipa City Sports Academy Integrated School.
So sino po ang mamamahala dito? Dagatan, Lumbang, Marawoy, Inisluban?
Most likely po Marawoy kasi Marawoy po yung property. Hindi lang po namin na-discuss pero po meron po talagang principal din po dun sa school, sa LASCA. Hindi lang po namin na-discuss kung alin pong barangay ang mag-handle pero based po dun sa committee hearing, ang umattend din po kasi ay si Consiala Rexy. So, most likely po Barangay Marawoy po ang magme-maintain ng school.
So, ito po itatawagin nating Lipa Sports Academy Integrated School?
Para po, kasi wala silang binigay sa aking pangalan noong nag-committee hearing. Yung request lamang po, doon lang namin po ibinasa yung kanilang request. Kasi po, ang request naman po ay resolution lang na supporting na maging integrated school po yung LASCA. Wala po silang request na i-rename po yung school.
Kasi dalawa po yun eh. Yung isa ay event center kung ito po ay operational pa. Ang pangalawa ay yung pong ilalim as an integrated school. So ano po, mahalaga po na may pangalan din yun.
Madam Chair, yung pong sa event center po sa taas, hindi naman po kasama yung sa kanilang request. Yung lamang pong classroom sa baba.
Sino po ang namamahala ngayon ng event center?
City government yata. Kung
Yata.
nakakamali.
Bakit po yata?
Hindi po namin kasi, Madam Chair, na-discuss yung sa event center sa taas. Discuss lang po namin yung mga classroom sa baba.
Madam
Hindi
Chair,
po namin nakuha kung sino po nagmamanage.
Siguro po, I would like to request na bago po natin i-draft yung report, maging malinaw po kung sino ang namamahala sa integrated school. Number 2, sino naman po ang namamahala sa Lipa Sports Academy ng malinaw kung kanino po magpapaalam pag gagamitin po yung yung event center ng Sports Academy.
Madam Chair, regarding po kung saan po
Nakanino
nagpapaalam,
po yung jurisdiction
para po
nung
doon sa
compound ng
event
LASCA.
center natin sa LASCA, kasi nag-ordinance po tayo dito na may babayadan po doon sa LASCA, and ang understanding ko rin po ay dito rin po sa atin sa city government nagpapaalam kapag gagamitin po yung
So
LASCA.
hindi po nababago yung ordinansa natin with the conversion of LASCA into integrated school?
Hindi po. Kasi po, hindi naman po ordinance yung kanilang request. Resolution lamang po. Resolution po na nagsusupport po tayo na i-convert po yung LASCA, yung pong classroom sa baba, as integrated school.
The understanding, Madam Chair, is the reason why we are supporting it is because they are applying for this part of LASCA to be an integrated school. Tama po ba?
Opo.
I-apply po kasi nila to sa DepEd na maging integrated school to. Kaya po nagre-request sila na suportahan ng LGU yung part na yon to be an integrated school. Kaya lang, Madam Chair, mas maganda po sana na doon sa ipapasa nating resolution, maliwanag po na ang mga limitations and boundaries ng DepEd at ng LGU dahil sino namamahala sa lahat ng compound ng LASCA o ito po ba ay sa DepEd o kasi mahirap po, alam po ninyo, with all due respect sa DepEd, ano po sila pagka eleksyon, sila naman po ay apolitical, hindi naman po sila nakikialam. Kung maaalala ko nga ho, pumunta ako sa San Celestino. Ako'y nangangampanya nung huling laban ko. May kinamayan akong principal. Sabi ng principal, bawal. Kakamayan ko lang kayo, bawal. Pagka pumunta kayo sa City Hall, ako'y nanalo, hindi ko din kayo kakamayan. Bawal. Kaya ho, mas maganda, mas maliwanag, Madam Chair. Nang sa ganon, ay alam po ng bawat isa ang boundaries natin. Though we support integration or we support conversion of schools o elementary schools na maging silang integrated schools dahil mas maganda po ito. Kaya lang, linawin po natin dahil atin po ang LASCA.
Recess for 1 minute, Madam Chair.
I'm declaring a recess.
Sige po. I would like to make things clear who the hell has jurisdiction over LASCA. Dalawa ho yun, para maliwanag. The event center as part of LASCA and the integrated school as another part of LASCA. The integrated school would be DepEd for sure. But how about the event center, Madam Chair? Considering that the city government has passed an ordinance regulating the use of all government facilities with pay, Madam Chair. And the event center of LASCA is part of the regulation with pay. So to make things clear, Madam Chair.
All right. Yung matter po that you just brought up, I'm gonna refer it to the Committee on Education.
Madam Chair, na-refer na naman po sa Committee on Education, so might as well, I'm asking na rin po kung okay din sanang maaprubahan na yung request ng resolution.
Okay naman po, Madam Chair. Second.
Okay. Is there any objection po? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
Thank you,
How about
Madam
the
Chair.
charter of KLL?
Madam Chair, tapos na po tayo sa privilege. Pero sige, wala pa yung ano mo eh. Yung listing kung alin yung
All right po. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Madam Chair, next po. May I request that we dispense the reading of Committee Report on Housing 2024-016 from A to I, and the same be approved for second reading.
Seconded by Honorable Silva, Loho, Umali. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Business for the day.
Business for the day. Number 1, letter of the City Mayor requesting for a resolution granting him authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with SSS relative to the implementation of the SSS Off-Site E-Center sa LGU.
I'm declaring a recess. Resumes.
Number 1, letter of the City Mayor requesting for resolution granting him authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement with SSS relative to the implementation of the SSS Off-Site E-Center sa LGU with its aim to continuously provide reliable and meaningful social protection and to bring its services closer to people, especially in the far-flung areas.
Refer to the Committee on Social Services.
Number 2, letter of the City Mayor requesting for an ordinance establishing a pseudo-primary care center or clinic within jail facilities of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology.
Refer to the Committee on Health.
Number 3, letter of the city mayor requesting for an ordinance on the comprehensive traffic code of Lipa City.
Refer to the Committee on Traffic.
Number 4, letter of the city mayor requesting for the passage of an ordinance for the purchase of vehicle by the City Health Office.
Refer to the Committee on Appropriations.
Number 5, reclassification request of Ms. Rosalinda Kalingasan of the 500 square meter portion of property located at Barangay Mataas na Lupa.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 6, reclassification request of Mr. Bayani Magnaye of the 339 square meter parcel of property located at Barangay San Sebastian.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 7, letter of Attorney Virgilio Macasait Jr. on behalf of Mr. Domingo L. Mantuano requesting for information concerning the reclassification of property as special institution in his name.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use. Resolutions and ordinances for the third and final reading. Honorable Junjun Gosos, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I would like to request that we approve for third and final reading committee report on Education 2024-003.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Umali. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, I would like to request that we approve for third and final reading committee report on Housing 2024-016 from A to I.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Loho Umali. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading. Other matters?
Other matters, Madam Chair.
Okay, please go ahead.
Motion for urgency po, Madam Chair, with regards to the request of Miss Mary Jane and Teofilo de la Cruz and Agnes Hernandez for the reclassification of their property from residential to commercial use with an area of 404 square meters located po at Barangay Anilao.
Seconded by Honorable Silva Umali. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I would like to request an ordinance reclassifying the property of Miss Mary Jane and Teofilo de la Cruz, Agnes Hernandez with an area of 404 square meters from residential to commercial use located at Barangay Anilao, and the same be excused from the three reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Umali. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, please refer po sa Committee on Land Use the request of Mr. Mark Andrew Bello, President of Mason Realty Development Corporation, for the reclassification of their property from agricultural to commercial use with an area of 158,544 square meters located at Barangay Ludlod.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Motion for urgency with regards to that matter, Madam Chair.
Duly seconded. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I would like to request an ordinance classifying the property of Mr. Mark Andrew Bello from agricultural to residential use with an area of 158,544 square meters located at Barangay Ludlod, and the same be excused from the three reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Umali Loho. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, motion for urgency po with regards to item number 6 in the business for the day. Reclassification request from residential to commercial use of Mr. Bayani Magnaye with an area of 339 square meters located po at Barangay San Sebastian.
Any duly seconded. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I would like to request an ordinance classifying the property of Mr. Bayani Magnaye from residential to commercial use with an area of 339 square meters located at Barangay San Sebastian, and the same be excused from the three reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Umali. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
I'm declaring a recess. Attorney Shrooms.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I respectfully move for the suspension of the rules to give way to our department head, Mr. Ronnie De Castro, to explain to us the purpose of the request of the city mayor pursuant to the claims against certain personalities.
Any second for the suspension of the rules? Duly seconded. Rules suspended.
Okay, Mr. De Castro, can you please take the podium and explain to us the request of your office pertaining to this filing of cases? Can you please take that podium, sir? Thank you. Question, what is the purpose of this request of authorizing the mayor to through a resolution to file claims against certain individuals who has allegedly have payables to the government? Can you please explain?
Good morning to all honorable councilor and to our vice mayor and to all persons who are present here in the Sangguniang Panlunsod. With respect to that request, it has been the mandate of the city government to collect the obligation, whether you are already out of the service or currently in the service. You know, we are not only particular to that mentioned the individual in the request, but another thing, I think in case will be granted, I think it is better that a resolution granting authority to the executive or to whatever I be given in general, because in the near future probably we will encounter the same scenario. Na there will be again another specific amount of money to be refunded by a former employee, for example, already retired, already out of the service. So in that case, if authority will be given in general one time, so hindi na yung lagi kaming magre-request dito. That is the thing. Alam naman natin, obligation in the government that cannot be dispensed. At all costs, we have to collect that.
Okay. May we hear from the legal opinion of the Secretary of Sangguniang?
Sa ano po kasi, Sir Ronnie, sa court po kasi per case po yung resolution. So, parang hindi po ata allowed yun na generic na authority para encompassing sa lahat ng mga ano.
That's what I mean.
Apo.
If authority will be granted, not only in this specific person wherein we are collecting that amount, but in general, because in the future, same scenario will happen.
Ayun, parang hindi po pwede na generic yung magiging resolution na authorizing. Ang ano po dito, per case po, hindi po siya...
What I mean, if it will be per case, so every time we are going to request, again and again, it will be forwarded to Sangguniang for your approval. But if the resolution will be in general, only one time.
Honorable Gozos, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, ang inquiry ko lamang po kasi po, nung last time po na na-refer yan sa committee ng Good Government, 3 po yung person na sinisingil ng city government. Actually po yung isa po, fully paid na, si former ABC
Yes.
Amparo. Yung po bang dalawa, ask ko lang po kung ano po yung ginawang steps ng, sino po ba yung proper na agency ng government na dapat pong maningil sa kanila?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the last letter was sent to the subject person way back November of 2023, giving them a final demand to pay that amount.
Apo, sino
But,
sino po kaya yung nag-send ng letter?
The legal office.
So,
Actually, I furnished a copy to Honorable Councilor Gali and Honorable Councilor Merlo.
upon receipt po kaya nung letter, ano po kaya yung, may sagot po ba yung dalawa regarding doon sa sinisingil po ng city government sa kanila?
I'm not aware what happened, but there is a specific duration where in which to pay that particular amount. But it seems they are ignoring the demand from the legal office.
Kasi kaya ako lang naman po tinatanong, Madam Chair, actually, gusto ko rin po malaman kung talagang may ginawa, may ginawa silang pamamaraan para po mababayaran nga talaga o hindi yung amount no sinisingil ng city government. And last question po, Madam Chair, inquiry lang din po. Yung isa po kasing sinisingil, pumanaw na po. So, ang inquiry ko lamang po, paano po, sino po magbabayad nung naiwan niya kung pumanaw na po yung isa?
Well, I think it's up to the legal office what are they going to do in order to collect that amount. I would like also to inform this body that not only the three, almost there are several former employees in the city government of similar case. For example, our former city administrator, Attorney Glenn Mendoza, upon receiving the letter, right immediately the following day, he settled this obligation into the city government amounting to, I think, 100,000 plus. Our former department head of the Public Order and Safety, Mr. Paulie Atienza, nagbayad din yan. Former department head of Agriculture, Joe Lambio, pinunta naman niya personally. They have paid already their obligation, and others they have already paid. Talagang nagbabayad naman lahat because they know na indebtedness in the government, they have to pay. Imagine, lawyer, after receiving the demand letter, immediately nagbayad because they know the consequences.
Yes, Madam Chair, I know, actually, lahat po nung sinabi kanina mga pangalan, personal ko pong kilala kasi po sila po yung nakaupo nung time ng father ko. Ano po. Ang akin lamang po kasi, different persons po, different capacity to pay. So, ang akin lang po kasing concern, katulad po ni former ABC Boy Malieta, pumanaw na po siya. Kaya po ang aking tanong, sino po? Kasi kung doon po sa letter, si former ABC Boy Malieta po ang ihahabla ng city government, pumanaw na po siya. So, dapat po, para po sa akin, dapat i-clarify din ng city legal kung sino po talaga yung dapat habulin. Kapag pumanaw na po yung taong sinisingil ng city government. Kasi kung lalabas po dito sa atin yung authority na bibigyan po natin ng city mayor, na bigyan ng authority din ng city legal na ihabla po ang mga taong ito, parang mahirap naman po na gano'n na yung isa po'y pumanaw na, tapos siya rin po yung nakalagay dun sa resolution natin na inaalaw natin na ihabla siya, pumanaw na po siya. So akin naman po dito, dapat po malaman din natin sa city legal kung sino po ba talaga dapat ang managot kung may babayaran pa rin po yung isang tao na pumanaw na. Yun lamang po, Madam Chair. And last question na rin po, Madam Chair. Actually po, yung kay former SK Marbilon, kasi po siya po ay personal na kilala rin po ni ni Kapitan Paulo Soriano. Nung time pong yung kausap po namin si Kapitan Paulo, tinawagan po niya si Marbilon. At sabi naman po sa amin ni SK Marbilon, naka-loudspeaker, willing daw po siya magbayad dun sa amount na kanyang kailangan bayadan. Actually po, hindi lang po namin alam kung magkano yung amount, pero most likely nga po, may yung letter po kasi na pinadala rin dati kay former ABC Amparo, naka-specify po dun yung total amount no kanilang kailangan bayadan. So, magkano po ba, tanong ko na lamang din po, magkano po ba yung kailangan bayaran ni SK Marbilon?
Well, I do not know the exact amount. I think it is the accounting department who knows the exact amount of Marbilon, the amount Marbilon is going to pay.
Wala po tayo dun sa record na pinadala na request nito.
If I'm not mistaken, around 150 pa yata, more or less.
Okay po, pinatawag na din po natin ang City Legal. So,
Okay, just
let's wait for
while
them.
waiting for the city legal, just to give everyone at least a bird's eye view. Regarding sa situations of the question ni Councilor Junjun, paano nga ba na hahabol ang isang tao kapag patay na? So, meron bang procedure? So, according po sa jurisprudence natin, before you can be sued, halimbawa, ang isang tao ay namatay, automatically, yung tao na yun nare-replace siya ng estate of the late Mr. So-and-so. But how can you go after that person? We cannot file, halimbawa tayo may pautang, we cannot just file a case against that person o kaya dun sa estate of that person if wala pong naka-appoint na administrator ng property. So, papaano naman po? So, dapat maghintay tayo na magkaroon administrador yung namatay bago tayo makapag-file. Yan po ang sabi ng batas. Hindi tayo pwedeng direktang makapag-file sa estate ng namatay kung walang administrator. One remedy that the Supreme Court has provided us is that the creditor, like the LGU or some private person, can file for letters administration. So, yung pong creditor, yung mga nagpapautang, siya po ay pwede mag-petition sa court na siya maging administrador ng property nung namatay. At doon po sa letters administration, yung pong pinagkakautangan ng namatay na tao, doon po pwede kayong mag-file ng mga claims. At yung pong court ang magdi-decide at mag-o-order na bayaran ang taong pinagkakautangan base doon sa mga naiwan ng namatay. Kung wala na pong naiwan na namatay, ay pasensya na po at wala pong makukuha yung ating pinagkakautangan. At kung meron naman po at marami naghahabol at hindi sapat lahat, yung court po, according to jurisprudence, ay proportionately i-distribute ang kanyang estate. So, yun po ang sitwasyon yan. So, sa legal, most likely might take that action. Ngayon, kung doon po kay Councilor Malieta, wala pa pong administrator, well, I think the creditor or those can file for letters administration para po masingil yung utang nung taong namatay. So, with that, I know that the legal office is here also. Probably we can also discuss the propriety of giving authority to the legal office to pursue the alleged obligation of these individuals. May we respectfully call the representative from the legal office to discuss with us the propriety of giving your office authority to the office of the mayor to hindi naman to prosecute but to file cases of collection of sum of money against these individuals. Attorney Willie, you have the floor.
Good morning to all the members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. Again, we are compelled to file a case out of the mandate of and orders of the Commission on Audit. We don't want to do this. However, we must comply and abide to the mandate of the COA po. And in order for us to start, we must understand na the city government is a juridical entity and we are just part of the juridical entity. In order for us to represent the city government of Lipa, we are being required and we are being asked what is our authority before we appear before the courts po. So that authority will always emanate, aside from the local government code, the powers and authority must emanate from the Sangguniang Panlungsod po for us to file the case po.
Attorney Willie, itong tanong ng mga kasama namin. Bakit daw kailangan pa ng Sangguniang Resolution authorizing your office to file a case? Kasi baka daw included in the powers of the executive department, no? Which your office under the executive department, baka included in the power of administration and is the power to prosecute and go after those who have obligations from the government. So, is it possible that we can dispense with the SP resolution authorizing the mayor through your office to go after these individuals? If so, kung pwede daw na ganun. So, Yun lang po ang tanong.
Opo. Just to clarify po, meron na po tayo nangyaring ganito kung saan humingi din po kami ng authority po sa inyo para mag-file ng kaso. Ito po yung falsification case na may lumabas po na 100,000 cheque po out of the medical assistance po, na kung saan nakita po namin bogus po ito at matagal ng patay pala yung hinihingi po. Kaya po ito po, naging lesson po sa amin kasi part of the requirements sa amin ng korte po ay hinihingi po kung ano po yung authority namin for us to appear.
To appear o yung authority nyo to go after yung file ng collection? Ano ba yung ano? Hindi
Yun
ba
po
yun,
kasi-
hindi ba yung kasama na sa power ng executive department to go after even without the Sangguniang resolution?
Actually,
Authorization?
for us to represent the city government, what is our authority po? Yun po yung hinihingi po. Meron po
Really?
kaming
City legal
authority
kayo eh.
para po to go against dun po sa mga nag-violate sa atin. Pero yung appearance po namin sa court po yung aming hinihingi po dito. And we must understand po, pinapaunawa ko lang din po, iba po kasi itong small claims kasi ang mag-a-appear po dito is not supposedly a lawyer po. Kaya po, ang hinihingi po sa namin sa inyo, although city legal office po yan, the person who will appear is not a lawyer po. Kasi small claims po ito. Yes po.
Madam Chair, sige, given na yun talaga yung requirement, ang inquiry ko lang naman po kasi kanina, paano po yung isang pumanaw na magbibigay kami ng authority sa ating city mayor na ihabla rin yung isang pumanaw na. Alin po?
Kasi po, ang hinahabol po natin, yung iba po na namatay na po. Yung iba po patay na. Kaya po, ang hihabulin po namin dito, para lang po masatisfy, makomply po natin yung order po ng COA is yung estate po ng namatay po.
Kung wala na pong estate yung namatay, paano po kaya mangyayari?
Yun po yung ating as long as we have exhausted all legal remedies po, in order for us to collect the necessary para masabi lang po natin na may ginawa tayo, I believe that's enough po.
Pero Madam Chair, ask ko lang din, nakausap po ba natin yung wife ni Kapitan
Yes po.
Boy Malieta? Ano pong
We
sabi po kaya niya?
Apo. Conchal, we have already sent 3 demand letters po over the period of 6 months po.
Opo, actually, understood naman po namin yung demand letter. Pero I'm asking po sana kung may nakipag-usap po sana sa kanila regarding doon sa matter na to.
From the end.
Kasi, yun po, Madam Chair, kung wala po
Wala
nakipag-usap doon sa mga parties na to, actually po, hindi ko naman nakakausap si Kapitan Malieta, pero actually po, nakausap namin si Kapitan Paulo Soriano, and tinawagan din po siya ngayon ni Consel Mike Lina, si Kapitan Paulo. Actually, nagpunta daw si SK Marbilon dito last month, hoping to pay for the certain amount kung ano po yung kailangan niyang bayaran sa city government. Nagpunta daw po sa treasurer's office, wala lang mapakita kung magkano talaga yung amount, so umalis yung tao. That's why I'm asking lamang po sana, understood, kailangan po natin silang padalhan ng demand letter. Pero personal po natin kilala yung mga tao, lalo po si Kapitana Malieta. So sana man lamang po, sa City Legal, napunta po si Kapitana Malieta sa office ng City Mayor, kinausap man lamang po sana at ipinaliwanag na lamang doon sa Kapitana na ito po, Kapitana, ang mangyayari kapag hindi po natin nabayaran yung kailangan pong bayaran ni late ABC Boy Malieta. Yun lang naman po aming nire-request. Sana po kinausap man lamang kasi po kami, hindi naman kami kasali sa paniningil, pinatawagan namin si SK Marbilon, willing siya magbayad eh. So, yun lang naman po aming sinasabi. Actually, kaya lang naman po kayo tinawag kanina. Actually, ako kasi gusto kong mag-abstain regarding sa matter na to kasi personal kong kilala yung mga sinisingil. Padalwa, kung wala rin naman pong personal na nakipag-usap sa kanila, understood po, ganyan din po ang ginagawa ng mga bangko pag naniningil na nagpapadala na ng demand letter pero wala akong personal nakikipag-usap. Pero ang naniniwala ako kung may nakipag-usap man lamang sa kanila personally, sa tingin ko babayaran din naman agad nila yung kailangang bayaran sa city government. Yun lamang po, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, we take note po. And in the case of SK Marvelon po ay, so, hindi po namin alam na nagpunta po siya dito. Supposedly po, nakalagay po sa letter po namin na sana punta po siya sa amin or the office of the accounting para po nakita po niya yung babayaran. Pero as regards po doon sa kung nakipag-usap po kami sa communication, I believe we are very open naman po na iayos pa ito at makipag-usap. Pero for the past 8 months po kasi, I believe the communication was made through a letter po.
Alright. Any other question po sa ating City Legal? Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles.
Ang resolution na nire-request ay para makaharap ka sa komite.
Opo. May we just request that it is a blanket authority for us to represent the city government in order to comply with the mandates and order of
Sige.
COA.
Attorney Willie, can you please restate for the record what is your request?
Opo.
Mga kasama, pakinggan natin. Pag okay itong request ni Attorney Willie, we will just approve it as is. Please restate your formal request.
Madam Chair and to all the members of the SP, we are merely requesting to authorize our office to represent the city government in order for us to do the collection which is mandated by the COA order po.
Okay.
Without any mention of kung sino po sisingilin po. It's a
Sige.
blanket authority.
Okay, Madam Chair, I respectfully move to verify from the body if the request is approved, and of course we will reduce it to a resolution.
I-resume ko lang na.
Recess ba tayo? Suspension. Okay, sige.
Session resumes.
Okay, Madam Chair, there is a formal request of the Office of the City Legal, which has been heard by our colleagues. May respectful request to determine from the body if they are approving the same as is. Madam Chair, thank you.
Motion to approve.
Ano? I respectfully move for the approval as per request of the City Legal of their authority to represent the city government to file claims against individuals who have obligations from the city government. In general na to?
To file complaint as per the mandate of the COA.
Okay. Sige, please, sir. To file complaint according to the mandate of the COA or COA rules. Okay. Orders from COA.
Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion. Urgency pa lang.
Urgency lang ba yan?
For final. Second reading na to eh. For final.
Hindi, ano na to? Ano to, parang oral committee report na to. So,
Yes,
ano na to?
for final reading na po
final
ito.
reading na to. Third and final reading.
Yes. Again, okay, seconded by Honorable Silva. Any objection? There is an abstention. Sino po ang abstain? Teka lang po, I'm preparing a
Recess.
Session resumes. Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles, you are recognized. Teka lang po, silence po.
I move for the suspension of the rules to give way to another explanation by the City Legal.
Is it okay?
I withdraw my motion a while ago for the approval of the... And of course, as per manifestation, Council Merlo is withdrawing his second demotion. When he seconded, he is withdrawing.
Okay
Kung
po.
hindi, you are not seconding anything.
Alright, noted. Okay po. Honorable Silva, please. Okay.
I move for the suspension of the rules and call the city legal again to the floor.
Any second? Duly seconded, rules suspended.
To the Honorable Council, we understand the position and the sentiment of each and every member here. So with the indulgence of everyone, we are going to give us at least 1 week for us to personally communicate this matter to the persons involved. And after 1 week, we will request again for the same authority. And I hope that this will satisfy everyone's alpo.
Honorable Junjun Gosos, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, ulitin ko lamang po, kung same authority po sana, tanggalin po natin yung pangalan ni Kapitan Fred Amparo kasi po actually po nagbayad na po siya. For the record lamang din po, yung pong letter na receive po natin April 11, 2024, yung dalawa pong sinisingil na amount kay Kapitan Fred Amparo ay nabayaran na po niya noong 2023 pa. Na misinterpret lamang po niya yung unang demand letter na pinadala, hindi po niya naintindihan na yung po palang isa doon ay hindi pa nakasama sa binayaran niya kasi hindi po niya naintindihan ng tama yung letter. At nung nasabi po namin na may pending pa po siya, binayaran na rin po niya yung kanyang pending na obligation sa city government. So kung magpa-file po uli ng another request ang city legal, requesting lamang din po na hindi po yung the same na request po yung ipapasa sa amin, kundi tanggalin din po yung pangalan ni Kapitan Fred Amparo. Yun lang po, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Madam Chair, just to clarify, we will not put any words na rin po doon sa resolution if that's the request po of every member. We just want the authority to file a case as per the order of COA na lang po. Sir.
Okay, under the condition that it will be legal, no? If a blanket authority will be given to your office, so conditioned upon the legality of the
Yes
same.
po. Yes.
All right, thank you. Session resumes.
Madam Chair, in view of the manifestation and request of the city legal to give the proper parties and individuals time to at least maybe amicably settle the obligation, I respectfully move to defer the resolution pertaining to the request of authorizing their office to prosecute some individuals. Madam Chair.
I'm declaring a recess. Session resumes.
Okay, I submit to the sound discretion of the chair regarding the request of the city legal.
Okay po.
And it was-
That's okay na po.
Okay na. Oh, sige. Thank you.
Case closed. Any other matters po? There is a motion for adjournment. Any second? Duly seconded. Session is now adjourned.